Good evening, my dear warriors. It's time for quantitative and English. Let me know if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Yeah. So your examination starts right from tomorrow, right? And this particular section has been newly introduced, quantitative and English. So many kids were asking, what kind of questions can we expect? So I have tried to keep as many varieties as possible. So what happens is in quantitative aptitude test, in general, you get questions from numbers, then percentages, profit loss, work time, distance speed, then clock related, calendar related, time related questions. Also, you can get questions on odd man out series and numbers, decimal places, some basic calculations, ratio proportions, some geometry questions, some basic algebra questions, which I believe most of you will be able to solve because you are preparing for JEE. But obviously you should have some idea what kind of things are there. So let's have a look at it. And also in English you get sometimes sentence completion, grammar based questions and all of that, right? So I hope this is clear, but I think once you see the questions you will get a more better idea. Okay, so let's start with it. And we'll start with the quantitative section first. So I will keep many varieties of questions, and if you want more such questions, let me know in the comments. Later on I will probably conduct one more session if you want for tomorrow, and we can do one more thing based on the analysis and paper reactions and the students feedback from tomorrow. We can conduct a session for students who have examination later on. Okay, so let's begin with the first question on your screen. Right, ready? In a class of whatever, some students 40% passed in maths, 50% passed in science, 25% passed in both the subjects. What percentage, unfortunately, wow, at least they are feeling power about it, they are feeling sad about it, unfortunately failed in both the subjects? Come on everyone. Hi Captain Ivo, Joshika, Vishwa, Kevin, welcome. Ratni, welcome. Epster, Trend Talks, welcome everyone. Yeah. And do not forget to like the video. If you have not yet liked, please like the video right away, right now. Yeah. Yeah, this logical part, quantitative part, and English part, both of them. Yeah. All right. So let's have a look at it, guys. See, let's assume the total number of students is 100. 100 total students. 100 total students. Out of 100, 14 maths and 15 science, 25 passed in both the subjects. So failing in both the subjects. So think of it like this. If 100 is the total set of the students, there will be some students who would have passed in maths, some students who would have passed in science, and there is a set of students who have passed in both, which is basically 25%. So the total number passed, is nothing but a plus b minus a intersection b. So for what is it? 40 plus your 50 minus 25. This is your set theory kind of thing. Yeah. A plus b minus a intersection b. So that is 90 basically minus 25, which is nothing but 65. So the total number of failed. So the total failed will be nothing but right over here. These are the number of students. These are the number of students who have failed, right? So the total failed will be 100 students minus 65, which is 35 students. So 35% will be the answer, which is option B. Absolutely the right one. Yeah. How many of you give the correct answer? Yeah. Amazing, 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 amazing. If you want the 28 discussion, I will do one thing. I'll share the PDF with all of you. Okay, if that is all right. Next question. Imagine the price of your favorite shirt gets a 25% hike on one day and 20% down the next day. What is the net percentage change in its price? So let's assume the price of your favorite shirt. Let's assume it to be 100. Let's assume it to be 100. Now, because what you have done, there is a 25% hike. 25% hike means plus 25 rupees. So it will totally become 125 rupees. Correct? Then what happened the next day? What has happened is there is a 20% markdown. Now 20%. Now what is 20% of 125? So that will be the net effective price. So 125 minus 20% means 20 by 100. of basically 125. Now 20 by 100 is 1/5. So 1/5 of 125, that means 25 rupees. So 125 minus 25, which is again 100 rupees. That means it is the same as before. So remember, there are these kind of questions where you increase some percentage and again decrease by some percentage. These are common kind of questions usually you will see in profit loss or percentages. So there is no change only. So answer is option D. Yeah. No, it is not A, it is basically D. Yeah. I hope this is absolutely clear, my dear warriors. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Yes, here it is. There we go. 10 hired workers can complete a work in 15 days. Now, the deadline is suddenly shortened and the work must be finished in just 5 days. So, work and people related questions, guys. How many additional workers need to join the team so that the job is completed on time without compromising the quality? So in these kind of questions, first find out the total amount of work which will be needed. The total amount of work is always the number of workers multiplied by the number of days which are required. So the total work, if I call it as W, that will be nothing but 10 workers are needed for 15 days. So total work is 150 units. Now what happens is you want to finish it in 5 days. So that same work has to be finished in 5 days. So how many number of workers do you need? So therefore, this is still going to be 150. So n multiplied by 5, the work is still the same, 150. So number of workers will be 150 divided by 5, which is nothing but 30 workers. So 30 workers will be needed. So therefore, additional workers will be 30 minus already hired workers are 10. So 20 workers extra will be needed. So 20 extra will be needed because 10 were already there. So 20 is the answer. Many kids will mark 30, forgetting that extra number of workers were asked. Okay, so be careful, read the question carefully. We needed extra amount of workers, right? So let's move on to the next one. There is a farmer who has a large pot holding 60 liters of milk and water mixture. Initially, the milk to water ratio is 2:1. Now, to adjust the composition of his recipe, whatever he is making, he adds some water, so the ratio becomes 1:2. So earlier milk was more, 2, water was 1. Now milk is 1, water is 2. How much water does the farmer has basically added? All right. So out of that 60 liters, because you want to divide it in the ratio of 2:1. So 2 plus 1, always whenever ratio problems come, if you add the numbers, you get the number of parts which are there. So 2 plus 1, basically 3 parts. So think of 3 parts of 60. So 60 divided by 3, which is nothing but 20, 20 and 20. So just imagine that 60 getting distributed into 3 parts. Now, because we are talking about the ratio as 2:1, that means take 2 parts over here and this is 1 part. So this was your milk and this was your basically water. Is that clear? So total amount of milk that you have is nothing but 40 liters. 40 liters and water you have is basically 20 liters. Okay. Now you want to change the ratio, you want to add some water to make the ratio 1:2. So if you want to make the 1:2 ratio, what you will need to do? So guys, from 40 liters of milk, in 40 liters of milk which you have, you will have 80 liters of water. Then it will be 1:2 ratio. Is that right? You will have 80 liters of basically water. Only then the ratio will become 1:2. You can see this is double of this. Is that right? So from 20 to make it 80 liters of water, how much extra water was needed? Think about it. How much extra water was needed? Yeah, everyone? Yes, 80 minus 20, which is nothing but 60 liters of water. So that is basically option C, my dear warriors, not 40. It is basically C. I hope this is this is very, very clear. Everyone? Everybody with me? Pakka? Understood? Clearo? Okay. Very good, guys. Very good. Amazing. 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 So, extra water needed is nothing but 60 liters. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. All right. Here it is. Ravi invested 10,000 in a fixed deposit scheme and it has offered 10% interest rate per annum compounded annually. Compounded simple interest, standard kind of questions. He plans to keep the money untouched for 2 years. How much compound interest Ravi will earn by the end of the period? Interest is asked, not the total value of his investment. So interest is asked. So extra amount that he will get. So the formula goes like this. So it is always the initial amount which has been deposited, you basically multiply it by that 10%, right? So 10% if it is the interest rate, 10% if it is the interest rate, so the rate divided by 100 plus 1 into the number of years. This is the final amount which you will have. Final compounded amount which you will have. Okay, so that is the formula, guys. So let's use this. Initial amount was 10,000 rupees and the interest rate is 10. So divided by 100 and we are doing it for 2 years. So it will be nothing but 10,000. This is nothing but 0.1. So it will be nothing but 1.1 raised to 2. So that will be nothing but 10,000 multiplied by 1.21. So that will be nothing but 12,100. 12,100. So if you are talking about how much interest he has earned, so that will be 12,100 minus your 10,000. So that is nothing but 2,100. So 2,100 is nothing but B option, guys. Absolutely the right. Yeah, I hope this is absolutely clear. Yeah, some people forget whatever you have studied in your 8th standard, 7th standard, 9th standard, you forget it. But these are good questions, guys, and I'm pretty sure you should be able to solve it. But the point is you have to do it within time. Simplicity is there, but you have to do it within time. That's all. Next one on your screen, here it is. In a right angle triangle, if you were to draw a circumcircle, how does the radius of the circle compare to the other sides? One thing I'm seeing, common trend, whether it is CUET, whether it is BITSAT, whether it is, other examinations, even like Amrita now, most of these exams now have English and aptitude. So it's no longer the game of just physics, chemistry, maths, but you need to be good in general with analytical skills, logical reasoning, aptitude, and obviously English, because most of the competitive exams now require these two things. It's just a matter of time before I think even JEE might even turn to be like that. You never know, yeah, because even if you go to apply for foreign or even for MBA, even for masters, many entrance examinations now require these quants, logical reasoning, English as a standard entrance examination, no matter where you are. So might as well be good at it right from beginning, because these skills can be developed over a period of time rather than just one day or even 1 year. So this is a standard property, guys. If you have essentially any kind of right angle triangle, the circumcircle which is there, it will go like this, and obviously this, then the hypotenuse becomes the diameter of the circle. If it becomes the diameter of the circle, then if you take the center of the hypotenuse and if you join till the end, this becomes obviously the radius. So of the circle. So how does the radius of that circle become? It becomes half of the hypotenuse. So option A is the right answer. Yes, very good. So this is a standard property which you should know, and it's also a property of a circle. If you take a diameter and if you basically join uh, join any point on the circle, with the ends of the diameter, it will always make 90 degrees. Basically, any point on the circle always subtends 90 degrees on the diameter. That's a standard property of the diameter of a circle, which I'm pretty sure will be knowing. Okay, right. So I'll be making a separate video for percentile, safe score, marks versus percentile later on. But For now, let's focus on this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Which of the following is the largest among all of these numbers? 0.7, 0.77, 0.7 bar and 0.70. Let's understand each of these numbers. 0.7 bar means 0.77777. It's a recurring. This is nothing but 0.707070 recurring. That's it. Okay. So this continues infinitely long. This first number is just 0.77, and after this there is nothing, 0000 only. And this number is nothing but 0.7 and 0000. So if you ask me who is the largest among them, it is now very obvious that it is option C. This is the largest among all of them. But if the smallest number was asked, then this would be the smallest, because this is obviously bigger than this. This number is obviously bigger than this, and this number is obviously bigger than this. So this will be the smallest of all the numbers. So direct answer is option number C for your Captain Shreyas. Yeah, very good, very good. Sir, what is the logic behind the deposit sum? Which one? This one? This particular thing you're asking? So here what happens is, man, so let's say for example, if you have 100 rupees and if you're getting an interest rate of, let's say, 10%, 10% means first year you will get 10 rupees, correct? Next year what will happen? You will have 110, you will have 10% of that. Okay, so you'll have 10% of 110. Next year you will have 10% of that amount. So that amount keeps on getting compounded. So 10% of 110 is basically 11 rupees. So if you notice over here, what has happened? 110 plus 11, next year you will have nothing but 121 rupees. So that's how the logic goes over here. Okay, so every year some amount gets added and you have to calculate percentage on that. So it becomes basically like a progression series. That's all. Okay, so if you see 10,000 will then become 12,100. So the extra amount that you have earned is 2,100 rupees. All right, moving on to the next question on your screen. If x is proportional to the square of y and y is inversely proportional to the root of z, then z is increased 16 times, then x will change how many times? So x is proportional to square of y and y is inversely proportional to the root of z. That means the square of y is inversely proportional to, squaring both sides, you will get 1 by z. Now, if you combine this and this together, x is proportional to y square is proportional to 1 by z. So naturally, x is proportional to 1 by z. Now, it is clearly mentioned that z has increased 16 times. So it is natural that x will change 1 by 16 times, because if denominator increases 16 times, the ratio will become 1/16 of the older one. So decreases by 1/16 of the time. Hence, option A is the right answer. Yeah, I hope this is absolutely clear. Okay, very good, amazing. For those of you, for that compound interest, man, just remember this formula for now. Okay, now if you keep on asking me logic for everything, it will take time. See, I can tell you it's not a big deal, but the point is that don't waste your time on that right now. See, if I say X percentage of some amount, let's say A, that means it is nothing but X by 100 of A, right? So this will be, let's say, the interest. Let's say this will be basically the interest. So the total amount now that you will have will be A plus the interest amount, which is X into A divided by 100, which is A common, 1 plus X divided by 100. This is just in 1 year. Now next year what will happen? This will become your base amount. This will become your base amount, and you will be having next year, you will be having how much amount? This will be your base amount. So the base amount will be A into 1 plus X by 100, and the new amount will be again multiplied by 1 plus X by 100. So basically you are seeing A into 1 plus x by 100 whole square. Next year, this will become your base amount. So A into 1 plus x by 100 whole square, and you will be earning extra 1 plus x by 100 in the third year, which becomes A into 1 plus x by 100 raised to 3. So you can see the generic formula will become the base amount invested into 1 plus the interest rate divided by 100 into the number of years that you are staying invested. So that is how the logic comes for this particular formula. Okay, is that okay? Fine, everyone. Yeah, shall we go ahead to the next one? Okay, here it comes, guys. Find the odd man out of all these numbers. Odd man out. I know, but over here what they mean is it decreases. How many times has it changed by? It has changed by 116 time. I understand what you're saying. It has increased by 16 times versus decreased by 116 times. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, but that is not the point. Yeah, by logic you are saying that play of words. I understand what you're saying, but the feeling over here is little bit different. Who is that? Ignatium. All right. Okay. So find the odd man out, guys. Can you see some kind of pattern? Can you see some kind of formula over here? Are they squares? Are they divisible by some number? Are they multiplied by some number? Are they some series? See, guys, or play with the digits and you might find it out. 396, 462, 572, 427, 671, 264. Oh, guys, the sum of the two digits is the middle digit. 3 plus 6 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 7 is not 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 plus 4 is 6. So it is 427, guys. Let's check it out. Yes, 427 is the answer. Because 4 plus 7 is not 2. It should have been different. Yeah. The first and the last digit added together gives the middle digit. All right. Moving on to the next one. The sum of three consecutive even numbers is 138. What is the largest number? Three consecutive even numbers. Let's say the first even number is x. The next number will be x plus 2 because it is even. And the next even number will be x plus 4. So that total will be 138. So x plus x plus x is 3x. 2 plus 4 is 6 is 138. So 3x will be nothing but 138 divided by, 138 minus 6, which is 132. So x will be 132 divided by 3, which is 44. So the largest number. So the largest number is basically this. The largest number, if you are asking me, that is x plus 4. So x plus 4 will be 44 plus 4, which is 48. So 48 should be the right answer. Yes, 48 is the 9. So sorry, 44. Yeah, 44 should be the right answer. Just check it out. 4 threes are 12. Yes, 48 should be the right answer. Just check it out. Yes, it's not 46, 48. Yeah, perfect. Is that right, everyone? Pakka? Got it? Very good. Let's move to the next question coming up on your screen. And here it is. So we have 6 bells comments tolling together, meaning they are ringing together, and toll at intervals. That means they ring, tongue, 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 like that. Interval is 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, and 12 seconds. Comma is missing, I think. Okay. So, question is, in 30 minutes, how many times will they sync together? They're ringing because their intervals are different. So, in such kind of questions, you have to take care of their LCM. You have to take care of their LCM. Right. Yeah, I'll be doing the paper analysis for all the shifts together only, not for 28 alone, all of them together. Don't worry. We are analyzing all the data. It takes time. So I was just waiting for all the questions to come from the evening shift also, and then we'll do it together. Okay. So my dear warriors, over here, first figure out the interval. So the, what do you say? Together, they toll together after their LCM, after their least common multiple of their times, of their intervals. So what is the LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12? Come on, my dear warriors. What is the LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12? See, come on, it can't be 30, 40, 60. No, it has to be 120. Just check it out. Is it 120? Is it 120, guys? So 120 seconds means 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes they will sound together. So the number of times you will hear the bell together. So 30 minutes, you divide it in 2 minutes interval, you are going to get 15 times. So many people will mark 15, but that is not the right answer. See guys, what happens is you have to count the 0th time when they first struck together. So this was at 0 minutes. Then next will be at 2 minutes they will strike together. Then at 4 minutes they will strike together, and so on and so forth, guys. And then you will see 28th minute also, and then you will have 30 minutes also. So if you count the number of times they will strike together, so that will not be 15, it will be 15 plus 1. Actually, the 15 number is nothing but the 15 parts. It will be divided into 15 parts. This is one part. This is one part. This is another part. This is another part. So like that, there are 15 parts, and the number of times it will actually sync together, they will toll together, will be how to count these things all together. That will be 15 plus 1. So the actual number of times that it will toll together is nothing but 15 plus 1, which is 16. So this is the most common mistake which I have seen. Yes, answer is 16, guys. Yeah. So lot of students generally I've seen make that particular mistake. Yeah. So understood, guys? First time when they were struck, that also has to be counted. You start the time, tongue, everything sounded together. Then their intervals were different. Then they struck together at 2 minutes, then 4 minutes. So like that, if you count, then it will be 16 minutes. Sorry, 16 times. Right. Let's move to the next question. Question number 12. A large cube is formed from the material which has been obtained by melting three smaller cubes, 3, 4 and 5. What is the surface area of the larger cube? So when you melt, the volume will be conserved. So volume is going to be conserved, guys. So take these volumes. Volume of a cube is side cube, 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. How much will it be? 3 cube, guys, is 27. 4 cube is nothing but 64. 5 cube is nothing but 125. How much is this coming out to be? This is the total volume. Come on, guys. 27, 64, 125. Oh, 216. Just check 216, guys. And 216 is actually a perfect cube. So the side of the big cube, the side of the big cube will be cube root of 216, which is nothing but 6. All right. So from this, we can find the surface area of the larger cube. So the surface area will be 6 times area of a face, area of any kind of face. So area of any face is nothing but 6 square, side square. So it will be again 6 cube, which makes it 216. So the answer is 216, which is option C. Perfect. Yeah. So guys, this was very nice, simple, straightforward calculation. Okay. Moving on to the next question on your screen. A clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Okay, just imagine that particular clock, okay, and draw all those standard numbers: 12, 4, sorry, 12, 3, 6, 9, then 1 o'clock, then 2 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Okay, so when the time shown is 8 o'clock in the morning, the minute hand will be at 12, the hour hand will be at 8 o'clock. So this is basically when the time is 8 o'clock. We are talking about the hour hand. So when it shows 2 o'clock, that means the hour hand will be exactly over here. So this is at 2 o'clock. So now it becomes very obvious from this. This should be 180 degrees. So it has rotated by 180 degrees, guys. So that is the answer, which is option D, of course. Very good. All right. I hope this is absolutely clear. TG, it will be announced very soon. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Okay. Perfect. Let's move to the next question coming up on your screen. I think this question is the same thing. My mistake. It got reprinted, I think. Okay. Okay. So next question. Today is Monday. After 61 days, what will it be, guys? After 61 days, what do you think it will be? See, everything repeats. Everything repeats after a week. Basically, after 7 days. Basically, 1 week, all the things will get repeated. So, all you need to do is find the remainder of 61 when divided by 7. That will help you with what day you are going to get. 61 divided by 7, guys. What are you going to get? Yeah, are you going to get 5? 7, 8 is 56. So you are going to get the remainder as 5. So basically, if today is Monday, so what is Monday plus 5? What is Monday plus 5? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So obviously it will be nothing but Saturday, which is option C, of course. That's it. That's how you need to solve these questions. Got it? Everyone? Can you explain PRC? Oh my God. Okay. Very special request on the last minute. All right. So all these date problems generally divisible by 7 you have to see, and sometimes you have to account for leap year also. But here we don't have to do that. Let's go for English and grammar. Ready for English and grammar? This will be rapid fire, guys. Show some energy in the chat box. Fire up the chat box. And if you have forgotten to smash the like button, do it right away, right now. Ready for it? Everyone in the chats? Yes, if you have forgotten, please smash the like button right away, right now. Okay, perfect. So let's begin. First question on your screen. Direct filling the blank. She waited for dash hour before the train arrived. Articles, although H is a consonant, but it is sounding like a vowel. So an hour, you always say an hour, not a hour. Okay, so she waited for an hour. So that should be the answer. Yeah, very simple and straightforward. All right, let's move to the next question. She adopted dash cat from the animal shelter. She adopted a cat, and cat, and cat. K is a consonant sound, so definitely not an. Is it zero article, no article will come, the article or a article, guys? Come on, put it up in the chat box. She adopted a cat or the cat. Many students are going to make that mistake. Yes, it is a cat. It is not a very specific cat. It's not the cat, or it's not in reference to some earlier discussion like just a general cat. So just a cat. It's not a very specific cat that she's talking about. Okay. The cat means like you know what cat you are talking about. It's not specific. It's some generic cat. They live in dash apartment near the park. They live in what? And an apartment, you always say an apartment, guys, and apartment. A is a vowel sound, A-E-I-O-U. Yes, so it is definitely an apartment in the park. Right, perfect. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. And here it is. Yes. Dash Himalayas are famous for their snow-capped peaks. Now, Himalayas are very specific. It's not general. Himalayas is a known thing. And it's not even a vowel sound, it's a consonant sound. So it has to be the Himalayas. Yes, it has to be the Himalayas. Perfect. Because it's not like a generic thing. Any random mountain is not called a Himalaya. But talking about a very specific mountain over here, yes, it is the Himalayas. So very good, guys. Moving on to the next one on your screen. Choose the correct synonym of the word magnanimous. Magnanimous. Okay, come on, guys. Petty, arrogant, stingy, generous. Synonym means similar words, similar meaning words. Yes, arrogant, no. Petty, no. Stingy is in fact opposite of magnanimous. Yes, so it is generous, guys. Generous should be the right word. You are generous. You are going to be the synonym. You want antonym. It will be stingy. Yes, very good. Next word on your screen. Choose the correct synonym of obfuscate. Clarify, confuse, simplify, or enlighten. Come on, my dear students. Choose the correct synonym. Choose the correct synonym. Yes, clarify, confuse, simplify, or enlighten. It is basically you are creating some kind of confusion, you are creating some kind of, unnecessary, you are creating some kind of unnecessary thoughts, distraction, you are not giving a clarity in it. That is basically obfuscate. Yes, so it is not clarify, in fact, it is confusing somebody. Yeah. Moving on to the next question, guys, coming up on your screen. And here it is. What is the synonym of the word pernicious? Pernicious. What is the synonym of the word pernicious? That person is very pernicious, meaning that person is very dangerous, so very scared you should be. So definitely not harmless, beneficial, harmful, innocuous, no, harmful. You are scared, you are worried that person is dangerous, so harmful should be the right answer. Very good. Yeah. To confuse your enemy, you have to confuse yourself first. All right. So moving on to the next one. Choose the correct synonym, meaning similar words for ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means you are there everywhere. Water is there, all air is there ubiquitously on earth, almost everywhere you are going to find it. Is it rare, limited, omnipresent, or hidden? Omnipresent means you are present everywhere. Omnipresent. Yes, perfecto. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one coming up on your screen. Choose the correct antonym, meaning opposite word. So first think what that means and then think of the opposite word. Acerbic. Acerbic means it is very strong, it is very uh, pungent kind of thing, like you are feeling it uh, very strongly. So the opposite will be very mild, I believe. Yes, it should be mild. It is not so it's not very strong, it's very soft, it is very mild, it is very pale. So mild will be the opposite of that. Very good. Moving on to the next one. Choose the correct antonym of ephemeral. You might have seen those ants which come during the rains. They are ephemeral. That means they stay for a very small time and they die. So their presence is limited. It's not going to be there for a long time. So short-lived will be the synonym. Antonym will be permanent, because permanent is exactly opposite of short-living. Yes, very good. Option A is the right answer. Very nice. Moving on to the next one. Choose the correct antonym of loquacious. Loquacious means about talking, about continuously chattering, about continuously, speaking about something. You're talkative. So the opposite of that, chatty, talkative, gabby, no. Reticent is exactly, he's very reticent. That means he's keeping it to himself, doesn't talk much. So reticent is the opposite of that. Yeah, yeah, very good. Amazing. She is very good dash solving puzzles, in solving puzzles, on solving puzzles, at solving puzzles, for solving puzzles. She's not solving for the puzzles, she's not solving on the puzzles, she's not solving in the puzzles, she's good at solving at puzzles. Yes, at solving puzzles is the right answer, my dear warriors. Very good, very good, very good. Moving on to the next question on your screen. He is accused dash stealing money. He is accused of, for, with, in. With this, you're not stealing with the money, you're stealing with someone, that is different. You're not stealing in the money, you're not stealing for the money. He is accused of stealing the money. Yes, you just say it, it sounds right. You don't have to waste too much time. If you're just conversing in English, watching English shows, movies, it becomes very easy. Yeah. They insisted dash paying for the dinner. They insist. You insist upon something, you insist on something, you not insist at, for, in. You always insist on something. Yes, they insisted on paying the money for the dinner. Yeah, very good, very good. Many of you are giving the right answer. Very rarely I'm seeing wrong answers by you. I am tired dash listening to your complaints. For listening, at, with, of listening. I'm tired of listening. I'm tired. The teacher tells, right? I'm tired of listening to your excuses. So I'm tired of listening. Yes, perfect. That is the right answer, my dear warriors. Next question. She is married dash a famous actor. She is married with a famous actor, to a famous actor, for a famous actor, in a famous actor. In, for, to definitely not. To and with, some students get confused. She is married. She is married to. You always married to a person. Yeah, very good. Yes, amazing. You are marrying to that person. Right. Very good. Very nice. Option B is the right answer. He blamed me for the accident. He blamed me on the accident. He blamed me of the accident. He blamed me with the accident. You blame somebody for something. So that is the answer. A. Yes, you blame the person for some kind of incident. Yes, perfect. For. That is the correct answer. Please refrain of smoking, from smoking, at smoking, in smoking, inside the hall. How can you smoke in, refrain in smoking, at smoking, from? You refrain from something. You refrain from talking to that person. You refrain from doing something with someone. You refrain from should be the right answer, guys. They congratulated her dash winning the competition, for winning the competition, or on winning the competition, in the competition, with the competition. They congratulated her on winning the competition, not for winning the competition. You are not doing it for that competition. You are doing it for whatever reasons, but you are congratulating someone on their win. The teacher congratulated the students on getting 99 percentile. The teacher congratulated on getting into IIT. So you congratulate someone on doing some activity, right? I am worried of his health, with his health, for his health, about his health. You worry about someone's health. Yes, not of someone's health or with someone's health. It is always about someone's health. Very good. Very good. Amazing. Amazing. You worry about someone's health. Moving on to the next one. Select the most appropriate synonym, that means similar sounding words, of the underlined word. Her performance was exquisite, leaving everyone amazed. So everyone was amazed. So if you see that the context, you'll get an idea. That means her performance was very good, very crazy. People went gaga over her. It was not ordinary, it was not mediocre, it was not bad. In fact, it was excellente. Very good, very good. Option number B, guys. It was not bad or mediocre. Mediocre means average, ordinary is normal, right? So that is option B, guys. The teacher explanation was lucid and easy to understand. So you can see and word is used. That means it's similar to something like easy and lucid. Lucid means very clear. So it was not confusing, it was not vague, it was not complicated, it was very easy to understand. That means it was very clear explanation. Teacher was teaching very nicely. So that is why option C is the right answer. Very good. Kudos. Next one. His behavior was audacious, shocking everyone at the meeting. Everybody was shocked. That means the behavior was not good. It is in the negative sense. So was it timid? Was it bold? Was it shy or reserved? If you are timid, shy and reserved, that is not going to shock everyone. In fact, if you are bold, then everybody will be shocked in that particular meeting. So bold will be the right answer. Is that right? Everyone, very good. Kudos. Moving on to the next one on your screen. The detective solved the case with meticulous attention to detail. Attention to detail. That means you are being very, very calculative, precise, and careful. Definitely not careless. Definitely not fast. Definitely not sloppy. Definitely it should be the word precise, guys. So the correct answer is nothing but precise. You're very careful in calculation. You are very precisely doing that case with attention to detail. Right? That is the meaning of the word meticulous. Next. The movie's storyline was intriguing and kept the audience hooked. Some movies are very good and you are always on your edge. What is going to happen? Intriguing means you are always interested into that. So therefore, it should be interesting, not boring, not dull, nor ordinary. It was very good. So that's why interesting, right? So the entire PDF will be shared to you. So these are the kind of questions that one can expect. Uh, and you can obviously check online also for aptitude tests, English tests. There is no particular syllabus as such, but just be good at grammar, just be good at sentence completion, filling the blanks, synonyms, antonyms, and sometimes finding out the error in the question like that. And in quants, like I mentioned, all those topics at the beginning, those kind of questions only will come. Okay, all the best, and we'll have another discussion session obviously tomorrow based on hopefully whatever information we get from the students writing the exam. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Thank you for liking and share this video. Captain Shreyas signing off.